Hello everybody and welcome back to LMM, and if you're enjoying what you're seeing on the channel at the moment, how about giving this video a like and maybe subscribe to the channel to help us grow, and perhaps even check out our Patreon. Today I'm in Bydgoszcz in Poland at this is an industrial park, and as you can see, at one point there used to be a railway here. Interestingly, the bit that they seem to have removed is the bit that runs that way, but the bit in the middle of the road, making the road surface terrible, has been left in situ. The railway runs over there, and there is a huge stockpile of rail, presumably lifted from elsewhere around this site, because our understanding is this whole industrial complex was once served by a massive U-bend of railway connecting to the main line just over there. So there's this level crossing, another one over there, and lots of little bits. But it's not just an abandoned railway, which is the interesting thing. Somewhere hidden around on this estate, there are meant to be a number of properly abandoned locomotives. So let's go see what we can find.
We assumed, as the estate wasn't that big and the railway was painfully obvious, that hunting down this locomotive would be relatively easy. All we had to do was send the drone up, follow the tracks, and find where an engine was. And although we found lots of remnants of railway leading into different parts of industry, it turned out that the locomotive wasn't actually near any of this stuff at all.
The most exciting relic is this, another abandoned steam engine. This thing here is a TKP, meaning it's a tank engine and it is an 080. Now, the TKPs or slasks were industrial engines used for moving remarkably heavy trains around. And this one, well, this one has seen better days. It does, however, give you an idea of just how massive that boiler is. It's phenomenally big compared to the rest of the engine, with tiny little wheels and massive cylinders. Now, the tanks are stored around the side and the cab is in a kind of slightly being squished flat pack kind of way over there as well. The rods, however, well, they've been cut, gas axed, and the rest of it has been, it's not been really sympathetically looked after, has it? This is genuinely sad, and so much of it is missing. This thing, and I hate to use the term no-hoper, but to all extents, this appears to be a no-hoper. The manifold up there does at least appear to be complete. All the handles and the levers are still there, and a spattering of other controls are around it, but this is a hulk. It's so sad to see it, and we've got no idea why it's here, if this is a start of restoration or anything, or if it was just dumped here and everything built around it. No idea. But it's just really sad, particularly when we look at the way that some of it's just been gas axed. Like, the smoke box has been gas axed, so it's still kind of just in the saddle. The cladding is all rusting and falling off. It's so sad. The rear bunker has been chopped. At some point it looks like it had to go under something, so everything above a certain height's been removed. So this one certainly is one of those that I suspect will never go again. And this may be as complete and as good as I'll ever see it. And the sad as that is, it's not the only abandoned engine kicking around on this industrial park. Whilst we were looking for the steam engine that's abandoned, we came across this. Now, this I think is a Lid 2. It's a diesel hydraulic 060. You can see the jack shaft at the back of it, and it weighs somewhere in the region of some 20 tons. I've seen standard gauge diesels which are smaller than this. In truth, my own 48 is about half the size. It's absolutely huge. Now, we think the yard here is a scrapman. We think that's what it is. Not really sure why it's here. We don't know anything about it apart from it's definitely narrow gauge, it's huge, weighs a ton, like the size for it. Interestingly though, the springs on the side seem to be quite small from what you'd expect for an engine of this size and weight. The other notable thing of it is it's now at that point of being on the turn. You can see the rust is starting to take hold. It needs attention now to keep it like that, to keep it okay, before it just rots away to nothing. So if any of you know anything about it, let me know in the comments below, because I know nothing. Ooh.
That is a big lump.
I just really like the fact that he's sat on sleepers so that the flanges are actually kept off the ground. I mean, it's obviously some care and attention put into it. So, whilst we've been wandering around and having a little nosy, we found a tram that was just sitting there. And this, now, we know very little about these. These are little diesel mechanicals. They're built here in Poznan. Well, not here, but they're built here in Poland, in Poznan, which is that way?
Somewhere. About an hour away.
I'm pretty sure that there are a number of these running on the Maltanka Railway in Poznan, which is how I know that they're diesel mechanicals, and they're relatively noisy and they bounce a lot because they have a really, really short wheelbase. This one is missing the conrods, the drive shafts, but the cab is actually pretty complete.
Yeah, there's even a boot on some of the control systems.
Yeah, it's all in. It looks like it was working and it was just rolled and then picked up and put here. But it's a smart little diesel, of which we know nothing. The final rail vehicle, at least to the best of our knowledge, here in the industrial park in Bydgoszcz is this. Now, I can't remember what these things are actually known as, but these are effectively plate layers vehicles. They're for the track workers. They have a big cab, big enough for lots of workers, and a massive flatbed at the back to transport whatever's needed. And amazingly, they've got a top speed of some 70 kph, which when you look at the thing is utterly, utterly terrifying. They are fitted with a tiny, tiny drawbar to work with their own little flatbed trailer thing. And they're still in use all over the Polish network. So to see one here in, well, very sad state is rather sad, because I think these are cool. And I definitely would have one of these. Although I don't know how to get it back home, because I don't think Ryanair's cabin bag limit will take one of those. I also love the fact that it just has a standard trailer socket on it for connecting to whatever it's pulling. I didn't realise, but it's missing a window. That's, I wonder if that's been nicked for another one. I love the headlight on the roof though. But that is basically it. That, to the best of my knowledge, are all the engines that are hidden around on this industrial estate, all legitimately abandoned with no plans of preservation or anything happening to them. They're just sitting here awaiting presumably somebody to buy them or for them to be cut up. So, hope you've enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. If you have liked this one, how about clicking somewhere over there or over there for the other 2 videos of looking at the abandoned steam engines in Poland. And with that, thanks for watching guys. We'll see you next time. Chala.